Beautiful weather. It's not too hot, not too chilly, so I got a good swim on. I was gonna run inside, but why not get some vitamin D? You know, the service might be a little bit choppy, so bear with me. But I wanted to share with you guys the importance of awareness over intellect. Why would it be more important to be aware opposed to learning all these things? Before I dive into this topic, remember to like, share, subscribe, MAJSAYY on YouTube and Instagram, where every single day I'm sharing with you how I'm stepping into the best version that I can be and what way to do it, what better way to do it than share it with you guys, right? So on this run, on this journey of my cardio, I was thinking as I was listening to Bob Proctor. And for those that don't know who Bob Proctor is, what are y'all doing? You must be sleeping under a rock. Bob Proctor is one of the founders, I would say, behind A.L. Nightingale and Dale Carnegie in the self-development realm. So in this video, Bob was mentioning that it's more important to be aware than to learn and educate yourself, essentially. And this resonated with me because back in the year of 2020, I went on this form of just binging content, whether it be a podcast or audiobooks. And I was at a point where I was transitioning into paying off a lot of my personal debts and stacking up some finances finally to save and getting in the best condition of my life, right? And I realized that what actually got me there wasn't what I knew and what I learned in these books, but is being aware of the people, the content that I'm exposed to, and my body's functions. And what I mean by my body's functions is my habitual practices on a day-to-day basis, right? So that means when I'm interacting with new people, how do I feel in my body? You know, where's my awareness going? Am I present in that moment, or am I in my head? I realized just this year, profoundly just this year, that sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'm thinking about how I'm going to reply. And I already knew this. I knew that I should be present and aware of what this person's saying instead of thinking about how I'm going to reply to them. And that is a perfect example to me as to being aware in a situation opposed to having the intellect. Yes, I can know the context and how I'm going to deliver an answer to that individual that I'm in a conversation with. However, if I was more aware and present in my body and in the space, I'd be able to respond opposed to react differently in a way where it's more suitable for the situation, right? And similar to this, the reason I relate this to, self-development and fitness and overall just growth is because if we're not aware of the thing that's hurting us, what difference is it going to make? If anything, you kind of just cause yourself more stress learning about something, and you're causing yourself continuous stress by not doing something about it. And that's where awareness comes into play. Why? Why is that thing important, right? That's number one. If you're trying to increase your awareness, why? Why are you trying to do it? That's one. Tie it down to, I like to say in sales when I'm teaching my team, is go 3 to 6 layers deep with a seller or a homeowner, or let's just say a client, when going about a conversation. Because once you go to 3 to 6 layers deep with somebody in the why, then they start to be able to take action instead of just kicking tires, right? So constantly remembering why. Number two, the second thing that you can do in order to increase your awareness is meditate. Meditation allows us to almost slow down time. And if time doesn't exist, and I feel like you would be able to understand this the more that you meditate, because meditation allows you to realize what's actually going on in the body once we shut out our senses, aka our vision. The way that the subconscious mind functions primarily is based off of images, right? So once we shut that off, that attention has to go somewhere, and it goes internally. So number 2 would be meditation. And lastly, but not least, is number 3. And before I go into this last one, remember to like, share, subscribe, MAJSAYY. Where every day I'm helping y'all out by helping myself. Selfish, right? Not really. I could just keep this shit to myself. But anyways, number 3 is practice. Practice, 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 practice. We talking about practice, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. And practice is one of the most important things that you can do in order to improve. Yes, if you're just starting out, you're not going to be the best at it. You're probably going to suck, right? So be gracious with yourself, be patient with yourself, and we're all just living this life for the first time, right? The wind's picking up. I got to call my baby where she at so we can get this workout. But those are the main things that I wanted to share with you guys. Why awareness is way more important than intellect. Don't get me wrong, still educate yourself. You know, get access to the content, then you're going to be that much better. The chances of increasing your